diamonds. I saw you with your girl, smoking, a Coach belt on your waist. I was laying on a hill with my shades turned down. We caught eyes for a minute, and that was that. So I puffed on as you walked on, looking at the smoke. Goddamn, that smoke clouds get so high, so nice. I gotta take you from your girl, that's my vision. If a love is real, she got to handle competition. You only knew it during the pandemic. 2 years, that's right. Dragon. Last week I saw you in your car. You was on a FaceTime call. I had a vision. It was me on the screen telling me come by, and then I walked in. You touched me. Last week I saw you in your car. You was on a FaceTime call. I had a vision. It was me on the screen telling me come by, and then I walked in. You touched me. That's my song.
Good evening. You are now tuned in. I am your host, Miss TML. You are, just somebody that I think is so special, and you have this vibe and this charisma, Shay, that is unforgettable. You know what I'm saying? And I got to witness that. I got to experience you in real life. And that for me is like, listen, you're a star. Like, from everything that I seen you do, I was like, she's a star. Like,
thank you
the world needs to know who the real Shay Rosa is. So welcome, Miss Shay Rosa, Queen.
Thank you so much for that. That's a great intro. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that love and respect for me and what I do out here. I love what I do.
Yeah.
It's passion that I've had for a really long time, and it's like I will never give it up. Never.
No. It's in you.
It is.
It's in you. It's undeniably in you. Like, I was like, wait a minute, is this just an act? Is this like, no, this is really in her. This is what she lives, breathes, and eats. Like,
okay.
For me, yeah, like I seen it. Like, just with you showing up to the show, the first show that we had with Ace and Show Me What You Got.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you weren't even performing, but you stayed through. You actually videoed the other artists. Like, that for me is the sportsmanship. It's the, that passion, that fire that you just have. And I love it. And I admire it because it's not something that everybody understands. I was thinking about that today. Is like, some people really do this as a hobby. Like, they are only in it as a hobby. They're not in it because they're really passionate about it. And you exemplify that for me. Like, from what I've seen as far as a singer, as an artist, as, someone who's creative and actually putting herself out there in different atmospheres and environments and challenging the narrative.
Thank you so much for that.
You do it, Shay. Like,
I love to do this. This has been a lifetime journey. And I want to say that this has not been something that I like you said, you could see it in me. You could see something that like it's something that I live, breathe, eat all day, every day, because I have been living and breathing and eating this for a lifetime. And I will continue to do this. And it's not about the fame. It's not about like, is everyone gonna like this? No, it's about I love it. I breathe it. I love what I do. And there's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna be touched by my music. And that's basically what I want to do, is be able to get somewhere deep down inside of your spirit and your soul and be like, wow, I really felt that. That was real. That wasn't an illusion of music. And I want it to be something classic that can be held on to through time. Timeless classic music is something that I'm trying to create out here for people to hold on to.
And that's what I love, is that you understand the suite of being in a classic suite. you know what I'm saying, of music, because it's everlasting. It's something that you can undeniably listen to 20, 100 years from now and have relativity. You know what I'm saying? And like like I said, the voice and the song preference and how you know, are really like a Nina Simone, Macy Gray, Jill Scott. I'm putting you in that class of, you know, and that's what I do. It's weird because I do that with artists, and I don't know if that's the A&R side of me, that I just put them in a class of artists that I can relate them to. And I feel like those Lauryn Hills, like that's what
talk
was,
about my baby.
yeah, like I went back and I did my research. I have my picky here, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, I'm like, hold on. I told Chito I did mine too. So 6 years ago, it was your first track that I ever seen on YouTube was Letters.
Oh, okay.
The video, you know, clip type of thing. There was no visual of you. So I'm like, okay, so she was being elusive at that point, and not were you just coming out in regards to really doing it?
Okay, well, Letters for me was Letters was, I was approached by a gentleman, and it was around the time of like Kevin Gates, and he was BWA was creating a mixtape. And there was a gentleman who came through Boston, and he was like, "Oh, you guys can pay to get on this mixtape." And I was like, he was like, "You could be a part of BWA, pick a beat from Kevin Gates and write to it." And so at the time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay to be in this mixtape. I'm like, I want to be on that mixtape. So at the time, Kevin hadn't gotten into that little beef yet. So I was still in the process of deciding what I wanted to write about. But then right around the time Kevin gets locked up, I was like, hold on a minute. I have people who are locked down in my family. Kevin's locked. This would be the perfect letter or the perfect song to write about. Now, there's a gentleman in the city named Gunzy. And a lot of people know Gunzy. So shout out to Gunzy. Everybody who knows Gunzy, shout out to Gunzy. Now, he's the one who engineered this, engineered it for me and everything. And I went to the studio, recorded it with him. And we put together Letters. You know, the actual writing that you hear in the song is me on the mic writing. The three voices in the song are of the three people that would write you: your girlfriend, your mother, and your sister. So like basically I felt like that would be a strong way to connect to somebody who was locked down. The three voices of those three people, you know, and connect to them on a soul level. And so I felt like Kevin would connect as well, being that he was locked down. So I've been trying for a very long time to get Mr. Gates to write Letters to write back to those three women that I wrote to him in Letters 1. So Kevin, wherever you at,
Mr. Gates,
Mr. Gates,
we need that verse.
We need you to respond to them three women that I wrote to you in Letters 1. Where you at?
That's right. And I love that you're a writer. You know, like that's important, I think, as a songstress. You know what I'm saying? Not every singer can write. So tell me, you know, who's inspired you? I think I know, but you tell me.
Okay.
I think you're eclectic. I think that you listen to rock. I think you listen to, like, based on your performances and just the things that you do that are theatrical for me, I'm like, dude, I would just want to pick your musical, you know, brain.
I do. I listen. I am eclectic. I do listen to everything in the basket. Throw it all in there because I love it all. But my favorites, believe it or not, there's a couple of rock influences in there as well. You know, we can throw in some Janis Joplin.
Oh yeah, I can see Janis Joplin.
Yeah, throwing some Janis. But we could throw in Lauren, of course. We can throw in some, you know, Roberta Flack. We throw in some Whitney Houston. You know, throw in, of course, Nina Simone, and of course, Billie Holiday, and you know, definitely throw in Jill and Erica and all of the neo soul that you could throw in there. Throw it all in. Throw it all in there.
All in there.
Put it all in the little wall.
It's the part.
It's classical music, even some country, because you have to go back to the roots of where we started, right?
Oh, exactly.
Because for me, I've been trained. I was blessed to get trained in music as hey everybody who's on my live, who's over here watching, all my cousins, everybody, I love all y'all, right?
Yeah.
I love everybody, like love y'all. You know, I do that too, right? That's one of the things I do with my people. Hey Sando, hey, what's up? What you doing? I love Sando.
I love Sando. Shout out to Sando Films. That's my guy. That is the only guy that I recommend right now. In regards to video quality, in regards to just professionalism. Sando is the man when it comes to showing up and actually doing his job. Like Rain Sleep Hail his stuff.
We gotta get Sando the Mando when we talk about a couple things.
Yeah.
Like, he and I have some work that we've done together.
Yeah.
So definitely, he's a good, really good friend of mine, and just a great person. So, shout out to Sando.
That's so dope. And that's so crazy because I was referred to him through somebody, and then I actually ended up, we met, and it was like me and him ended up being friends more than the people that introduced us. And that was where I was like, it's just like funny how you meet people in this business. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy,
it's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes.
I think the first time I've ever heard of you was through Jig, was a promoter. And he was sending me your stuff a couple years ago.
Wow,
and that look at how funny. Like that was what I meant to do. Shout out to Jig because he usually on here supporting. Jig has been a strong supporter for just the Boston community of artists, and
he supports so many people. Just like that, he has his, that he's such a great promoter of people. He puts your name out there and lets people know when you have talent, and just shout out to him. You know what I mean? For always being in my corner.
And and it's so funny because he was telling me about you years ago when I first started this podcast, and I was like, okay, and I think, and that was where I was like, Dad, look at how the circle and the world turns, and you find yourself right back where these are the artists that when I first started off, it was just a whim. It was just during COVID. I was bored. I was actually about to start a multimedia company, and we were looking at locations, and COVID happened. And I was like, what am I going to do now? You know what I mean? At that point, it was like, we don't even know when we're going to be able to go back outside. Never mind going to a
I know, right? What do I do now? Seems like I'm going to start up something at home that I could do and continue my media the way I want to.
That's right. And it worked.
And I'm proud of you for that. I give you your flowers.
Yo, I thank you, because
along and doing
people don't understand that you have to be consistent. You have to, show up, whether nobody else shows up, whether the artists don't show up, you have to show up, and you have to be, when you're building something, and, and that's just like your career. That's your brand. Wolf and Roses is something that you have. That's your brand. Shout out to you.
That's my brand. Of course, Wolf and Roses is a new venture with my partner that we just started this in 2023, and it's an event. It's an event / production company. We do a little bit of everything. So it's multi-talented here on this side over at Wolf and Rose, because DJ Wolfbane is also a DJ. He's also, does beats. He does, we do karaoke. We run events. There's a laundry list of things we do. Hosting, planning from the decorations down to everything, from the bartender, security, everything.
I see you guys just did a show with LG. Shout out to LG, because that's my guy.
Yes,
And that was big for me, because that for me shows that you're paying homage to our legends and to the people in this culture in New England. And that's important. Like, people don't understand how much respect I have for Ed, because he was the Boston sound in what people remember about Boston music back in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, listen, you got to give this man, you know, his respect and pay homage, because
that
he
was
pioneered the way, you know, for so many people. And to see him still going overseas and being big and, you know, just setting that tone again, he still creates that vibe and that sound that you're going to feel him no matter what.
That was so beautiful for me. Let me just give you a little rundown about me and Ed, and like how everything kind of came 360, how we were just talking about that 360. Ed and I met years ago at the State House with, you know, Pretty Poison, you know, Supreme, who, you know, and like, you know, we were at the State House and I spoke on, you know, domestic violence, and, you know, and I read some poetry, and, you know, we met, and ever since then we, you know, solid. And then I found out that one of my favorite cousins also put Ed on his first cover way back in the 80s, and she's a media mogul out in California.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about her.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, cuz you put Ed on his first cover ever.
That's so dope.
And then look, I now am doing what I'm doing and put Ed's on my stage now. And it's like, to see, like, you know what I mean? It's just beautiful to see how time, space, and things like that can bring such like beauty.
Yeah. And like they say, it's meant to happen. Like the work, you know, like we were meant to cross paths. And like I told you from the beginning, like there's a reason why we've crossed paths. And the reason why I actually, like I said, when Jig sent me, you know, years ago, he was sending me so many different artists, and we, you know, like it was so many. And again, Shay, you know how New England is. New England is a bunch of opportunists. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful, you know? So it's like, you know, I had to like really like figure out who was who and who did I really want to work with and associate myself with, and, you know, just have that business understanding. Like, this is a business. This is something that I take seriously and that I'm passionate about. And
I get
it. Once I was locked in and I tuned into you, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? And again, it took time, because over time I had to develop this good judge of character with people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. It takes a lot of just building discernment, building, you know, going out and having failures, going out and being like, you know what, I could have done that better. I didn't look at the situation, you know, I didn't look at that long enough, or, you know what I mean? And then just figuring it out within yourself, because, you know, within the first couple of years of your business, you're going to have losses and successes, right? And you want to be as safe as possible with the decisions that you're making, especially because this is your life. This is what you do for your success. You don't ever want to bring anything around you that's negative, that's going to bring you down off of what you have worked and built so hard for. And living in the city that we live in, where it's very difficult, and everyone knows that. We are in New England, crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
Right? So what happens when crabs are in a barrel? They're all trying to like get up, right? And
pulling each other back down.
And like, we can't have that behavior, and that's why I try to always be like, try to lift people up at the same time. So
you do. You're like the energy that is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always say I gravitate towards bubbly, happy, go lucky people, and people who are free will. And that is what the sense I got from you. Like, people will say to me, oh my God, your friends are so crazy, but I could see you being one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Because you are fully spirited. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand that I'm very, you know, outgoing in that sense of support and just compassion, and like, and I have a big heart, and that's why I have to protect it now. Like, the older you get in this life, you learn, like you said, discernment. You learn I was always so, I want to go
Yeah.
show my friends over here or do, and it would be like I get myself into situations or find that I'm dealing with situations that are not really me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
that's how you get distracted. And I think that's where it's like understanding that part of it is that
Right.
you have to decide who your tribe is and who your circle is. And
Right,
I just want you to know I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, support, everything, that's what I'm here for. Like I said, we're gonna do something, this summer too, because I feel like I said, you're one of the people I want to work with. You're the people who I know I don't have to tell you everything. You already are there. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
oh,
I'm already there.
or how do you do? I'm like, listen, I need somebody that can pick up where I left off, or I can pick up where they left off. And it's not even a question of the expectation of what you expect with a show. You know what I'm saying? I expect you're going to be magical, exceptional, phenomenal. Like I'm gonna, even when you were at, limited stock, shout out to them. That show,
shout out. They were
you
great.
just give me that vibe. You are a star. You are an artist. You are creative, and I'm here for it. I want to be a part of it. I want to, be a part of that journey with you because, like I said, it's people like you. It's like I tell people all the time. It's not the people it's the people you meet along the way that help to make you successful. You know what I'm saying? And I just see great things for you. I see nothing but the best. Just keep, doing what you're doing.
I can't wait for what's coming there. There's so much coming and there's so much I'm just bubbling to do. And just I consider myself to be like a visionary type person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to talk like that because people, you know how it is when you speak like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you speak it into existence and then people start to
try
to put it down. And that's why I say, no announcements. Like I told people, like I used to be always about, I'm about to do this. I got this idea. And people would pray against it. And that was where I didn't even know who my circle was. I didn't even know who was watching me on Facebook that never even knew me, never even met me, but has a perspective. And now they don't like you for whatever reason. And those people sometimes are praying against you. Like I believe in energy. I'm an energy person. You know what I'm saying? So the more people that don't know you that are praying against you, what do you think's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? You don't even know who you're fighting against.
There's two forms of pray.
Yeah.
P-R-E-Y and P-R-A-Y. And we know that we don't want to be P-R-E-Y.
That's right.
We want people to pray with us and for us in a positive light and creating positive energy for all of us to move forward, in a successful way. And for those of us that are trying to motivate our lives and move our lives in that direction, I want that for everybody. I want that for everybody. My heart's too big. That's what the problem is. The Lord knows.
Right.
My heart is too big. But he said, I got to protect you with that big heart. And I have to surround you with people who are on that same vibration as you, right? And so that's what the Lord has been doing in my life. He's been reassembling my life in the manner that it needs to be. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that because sometimes you have to take those steps back, especially when you're always in the limelight. It's hard sometimes because you're in tunnel vision. You don't always see what's on the sides of you.
That's right.
So it's like when you have people around you that are on the sides of you, that are looking on behind you, on the sides of you, in front of you, so you can continue on that forward movement.
Yeah.
That's what you ask. That's what you always ask for, to the Lord, to your creator, is for those special people in your life and in your circle, and so I'm blessed to have some really amazing people around me, my family, my friends that really love me, and the positive people that the Lord is allowing into my life now, but he had to remove a lot of people.
Yeah.
I was like, Lord, you are removing so many people.
When he say they ain't for you and I will show you and he removes them, believe him. Don't go against that is what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? If he removed him, he did you a favor. And that for me was always so hard because I always wanted to salvage every relationship. I was always I don't want to leave on bad terms. I want us to still be friends. I just don't think that, and it's like, no, it don't work like that. Some people you just gotta completely disconnect and cut off.
And disconnect. And it's for your betterment. And that's the thing.
People don't even know they're working for the devil. And they, people don't even understand that. Like, people be like, yo, T, why are you so militant with that? And I'm like, because, like, you got to understand the things you say, the things you put out there are the things that return to you. What comes from the source returns to the source. So you talking about jealousy and envy and all this, you don't like this or you hate that. My mom, the biggest thing she always said in her house, never say the word hate. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you don't say the word hate. Hate is a strong word, and that for me was like, okay, like I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to ever be hated. I want to be loved. I want to be perceived as love. Like, and that's what people like they say about me is like, yo, you're just, but like, again, the life will harden you. This life will harden you. And I'm still dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Is the level of, okay, how close do I let someone? How far do I go, with people? Because I can give you 150 and you only giving 50 and I'll be okay with that. But is that really okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, you pouring into people that can't pour back into you, eventually you're going to be empty. You know what I'm saying? So
those are the things that we have to gauge. Those are the levels that we're constantly questioning within our lives is, what level do we go to with people, because we're willing to give, like you said, we're willing to give 150.
Yeah.
Because I'll get, look, people know that about me. My heart is so big and I will give, I'll give to my community. I'll give to people around me. And I have, you know what I mean? So it's not like it's anything for me. This is just like, it's here.
Yeah. And that's because you're a believer in your own self, and knower of thyself will be thy savior. Can't nobody save me but me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, I gotta, figure it out, and I'm gonna figure it out. I have faith that the man upstairs, he protects me. He don't play about me. So
I said that yesterday. Please, I said that yesterday to my sister. I literally said, me and her in the car. I said, sis, the Lord don't play about me, you. She said, he really don't, does he, sis?
No,
he doesn't, does he? She said, let him keep thinking they can come for us, but he don't play about us.
He don't play.
And that's why. Each other. And I said, I'm gonna be all right, and they gonna be all right.
Like, you gotta have faith, and once you see it and you start seeing the signs and like, you're like, listen. I'm not cocky about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful because there was a lot of times that things could have been a lot different. You know what I'm saying? And choices that I made could have really changed my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And it did it. It allowed me to see things, but it also allowed me to disconnect and go a different direction. So I look at that and I say, that was God. That was definitely him showing me, like, you don't want this life, but I'm gonna show you why you don't want this life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nothing happened.
My testimony is, I know a lot of people might not know about me. I have heart failure.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if you wanted to bring it up because I was like, I see like where you were in the hospital, and I'm like, she must be going through something where she's back and forth in the hospital. Is it blood transfusions or something?
No. I 5 years ago, I ended up having an aortic dissection aneurysm.
Oh my God.
But before that, I had ended up getting dragged 15 feet by a vehicle. And I ended up smacking myself on the concrete. I ended up having a surgery on my ankle. And I ended up having a spine surgery where they went through the front of my throat here and they slit me here. They suspended my vocal cords in air for over 9 hours. I had a surgery and I have 2 brackets in my spine. And then I died 2 months to the day of this surgery I died. And that was my heart ripping open. And I had an aortic dissection aneurysm happen to me, where I had my heart rip and then bulge with the aneurysm.
Oh
And I
my
died
God.
and I came back.
That's why you're like angelic to me. It's weird because I get, people will be like, how do you sense people? I just do. And I know certain like energies. And I was just like, she's very angelic like. And I just see that. And it's weird because I'm like, why do I see that off of her? Just, from what I've seen on social media. But
Yeah.
meeting you and actually feeling that. And I was like, what is it? You've died before. And you come back.
That's
Like,
what it is. The Lord done
you
brought me back.
real.
Yes, I really did go back, and I
the odds, baby. Like, and then
yes,
you're still doing your talent. Like, don't make
yes. I didn't think I would ever sing again. And the
yo
Lord he brought me back after me thinking I would never sing again. And then he
right.
brought my life back to be here to do what I do, to love y'all, to show love to y'all, to bring my voice to you guys.
Yep.
This is my calling. This is what
That's
the
a
Lord
blessing.
brought me here for.
You
So
are.
I love y'all. That's all I gotta say is I love every single one of you.
You're meant to be here. Like that for me is undeniably, you're meant to be here. You have a purpose here and you're serving it and you're doing it and you're motivating people and you're making people understand the the principle of sportsmanship, of support and genuine support. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to necessarily know someone, Shay. I know this about you, that you can see a musician walking down the street and you're going to support them if you like them, and you just have that je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like that person that people need. People need to have that type of genuine support and love and just understanding, and you give it.
Thank you. It is, because guess what? Just the fact that somebody attempted to do something to me is, I'm going to give you that love and support.
Yeah.
You pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. You pushed yourself past your normal, just, I'm going to stay in this stagnant behavior that I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
We get used to this drone life that we think we have to stay stuck in, and we don't. Like, we don't, people. Hello, we don't have to stay stuck.
Wake up.
Like, hello, are you guys hearing this? We don't have to stay stuck.
For real. I used to be like, I think the whole world, like half the world is sleeping. Like, and I'm awake. Like, and I really thought I contributed a lot to TV. You know what I'm saying? I felt like TV is really what keeps people stuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's make-believe, pretend world that it's reality that is not real. You know what I'm saying? And you get so caught up into what you think life should be, looking at it from a TV. You know what I'm saying? And not living it. You know what I'm saying? And that for me is like where I never wanted to be. But I want to ask you, who would you most like to collab with? If you could collab with anybody.
Oh my goodness. Could it be a multiple collab?
Yeah, you can pick 3.
Okay. So we're gonna do a collab with Lil Wayne.
I can see that.
Lauryn Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, third collab. Ooh. Wow, that third. Ooh, Nasty Nas.
Nas used to be my baby.
Nasty
Nas.
Yeah, because it could be Chris Brown too, because at the end of the day, Chris Brown for me is so multi-talented. Mm-hmm. And
can't deny
I can't deny him as his spirit, as his heart. I feel like the two of us together, we understand each other on a connected level, as our spirits would understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that doing the music together, vocally, it would just be so beautiful.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I can see that. We gotta make that happen. We gotta tell. You gotta,
Yeah. Yes. What's
you
up?
know what I'm saying? Get that Chris Brown feature.
I gotta do
So
LL.
goes.
Me and LL gotta do that
Yeah.
anyway.
So
So
Hey Love, how did that come about? What made you do that?
okay, so Hey Love was about like, in the studio, remixes, thinking about like, hey, what are we gonna do? Like, we gotta do some remixes. And I was just like, hold on. Like, I was like, they've never done a female. And my mind, because I'm always all over like everything. And I'm just
Right.
like, they've never had a female version of this song in 20 some odd years.
Like, dude.
And I really sat there and was like, went like in my head about all these remixes and was like, are you serious? I haven't even heard a remix.
Like, listen.
Like, I haven't even heard anybody try to remix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I need to do this. And LL is such an amazing, like, man, artist, father, community, mother, son. Like, he's a great person. So why not let me, who like, I feel like I can uphold that and be like, let me be the one to be like the female who brings it on my own way. Like, not just try to be like, let me do a remix and let me bring it all the way 360 and make it my own.
Yeah, and you did that. Like, that's one of the things that I noticed about you in regards to your song selections and the things that you're doing. Because I also looked at what was it 3 years ago? It was Friday Chill.
That yeah.
The vibe. But that also let me know, like, I heard that just recently, and I had heard Monday Madness and Hey Love first, so then to go back and listen to what you did 3 years ago compared to what you did 9 years ago, and just see the evolution, like evolving of you. And that is so like beautiful, Shay. Like, that for me, like, she really earned this title that I gave her. And that was just off of 2 songs. It wasn't,
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no, she deserves to be in that category with these great, entertainers and just songstress. And like I said, it's that, like you said, it's not just people used to say to me, I'm a country, everything. I'll listen to any and everything. Jazz, I'll listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? I am an eclectic music lover. You know what I'm saying? I love multi-genres. I've always been that way. And that's why I always, made music that was different for people, because it was like, I didn't want to stay boxed in. And I think that's important, that you're not boxed in. You're so out and free to do whatever you want, creative wise. Like, that is special. You know what I'm saying? That is not something that is easily to come by. Never mind the fact, like I said, you give the theatrics. And I know I've seen you, like, for me, it's basically seeing you on Broadway. I could see you on Broadway.
I love plays. I love acting. I've written a movie. There's just so much that I love to do in the whole entire field of just creating.
Yeah.
And writing, just all of it is our playground. And this is where we can create and just really take our inner world, right? Our inner world and pull it out and where God blesses us to be able to bring that out and share it with everyone, and that's really what it is. It's like, I don't get these thoughts by myself. It's like, they're not all my own, it's like, it's not me by myself, guys. I just know that I'm blessed to be able to give them to you.
That's right. I'm sometimes just the messenger, just the vessel.
I am literally a messenger, guys.
Literally. Like, people are like, why did you say that? Or you said something that resonated. And I didn't even realize what I was doing, all those years of writing poetry and, writing rhymes in my little book, going home and just think like, and those stories and things like that now still transcend to me. Like I can still remember some of my raps that I don't know, where they are anymore, but that was the life lessons that I was learning along the way. And or just, through experience with other people. Like you said, like sometimes you're just the vessel that's delivering the message. And, you see it from a different perspective and you're able to, like, people always said to me, oh, why don't you, I used to think like, oh, I wanted to more focus on managing and not being the artist. And that for me was like, it was hard because I knew how I wanted it to be said. I know how I wanted it to be, perceived and actually performed. The artist doesn't necessarily know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the struggling part, is that that this is how I want it. And I think that's how you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever outfit, whatever song you're going for, everything, you understand what it means to get in character. And I think that is because you come from a theater background. I do. I was in theater young, from a young age, like doing acting, doing modeling. So for me, it was like understanding that it's an entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the business to entertain.
I'm there to entertain you. I'm not just there to stand there for I'm there to put on a show for you.
And I seen that.
My mom, I used to do plays when I was younger in church, and like this has been since I was 4. So this is like just natural now. It's just natural.
Yeah.
So it's just been like, okay, so we're gonna do the Christmas play, or we're gonna do, you got to get ready for the thing at school. We're gonna do the school play, and so I just got used to doing this all of the time. That hey, now that it's been bred into me, now it's like, okay, I know that like the next project I have coming, which I'm going to need everyone's help.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to shout it out here. Whoever's watching, everybody, whoever tap in, wherever you are, tap in. I'm going to need your help. The next project, which we know May is mental health month.
Yep.
I am a big advocate for mental health because I feel like we all need to check ourselves. We need self-care. It is not selfish.
It's not.
To have self-care.
I'm out here. People be like, what you out here trying to stay alive? I'm trying to stay sane. Like, it's crazy out here. After COVID, I seen some of the realest, most sane people go crazy. So for me, it's serious when it comes to mental health. Tell me what you need. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I did something, a campaign to help, and all the proceeds went towards
that's what,
we could definitely do something. I'm for it, Shay.
This is what I am doing. I am coming out with a song, and it is called Blue Dream.
Okay.
Blue Dream is about mental health. So for the month of May, I'm going to be dropping Blue Dream. But I am going to be building the video for Blue Dream. And Blue Dream, I am going to need anyone who would like to be a part of this video. Anyone who would like to be a part of this video, I will be making a video of how to do an instructional video. You will hold up a sign of what your mental health is, if you would like, or if you have lost anyone from suicide, from any suicide or anything like that, because in the video, in the song, it talks about wanting to put a bullet in your brain. Now, there's a gentleman called OG Suicide. Anyone who's from the West Side or in music may know about him. He attempted suicide at the age of 21 years old, 22 years old. He attempted suicide, but the Lord did not take him. And he has been going around and motivating children and everybody and talking about suicide and going and talking about living your life and being the truest self to yourself. But he reached out to me on IG because he heard my song and he was like, you know what? This song is so beautiful. So I am getting this song together for real, for real.
Oh,
And
I love that.
I,
I love that,
yeah,
Shay.
and I want to make this song something really, really special for everybody that's out there that may be struggling with mental health and struggling with suicide, or maybe lost someone, because I've already had people reach out to me about it
Mm-hmm.
already, you know? So I really want to make this something for everybody to know that you have people to talk to. If you're depressed, you have anxiety, whatever it may be, you
Mm-hmm.
put it on this little card. You don't have to talk. If you don't want to show your face, you could put the card over your face. You don't want to put your face, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to show your face, you can put the card directly in front of you and you just send a video to me. I will put a website, I'll put the email for you guys to send the little video clip. And what's going to happen is when I create the video, the actual real video, I will be having clips going through the video of all of you special people.
I love that.
All
I
right.
love that because again, it's self-awareness. It's also, social awareness. It's like I was watching something, I think it's a documentary or something, and it was talking about Instagram and how the biggest suicide is off of Instagram. Like that is one of the number one killers right now in America is Instagram. And I was like, Instagram? Not Facebook? They're like, no, Instagram. And I said, what is it? Like it's something socially that I don't know. It just makes people feel very vulnerable and very weak. And I just was like, if you know this, why are they not banning it? Why are we not stopping it? How do we, avoid it? And it's hard because you don't know what a person is doing on their phone or what they're, gravitating towards. Right. And and sometimes, like I say to people, like it's all about the algorithm. It's like the more you watch bad stuff, the more stuff that's gonna gravitate towards you is the bad stuff and not the positive influence. That's why I always try to hit happy stuff because I'm like, keep my positive,
right? Because we can't restrict.
I'm manifesting a positive life, and
right? We can't restrict people. Like we can't socially regulate people and what they're. We can't do that to people because then there's no freedoms at that point, and then we become a communist place, and then everyone's going to talk about, oh, they're not what they talk, because look what happened with TikTok today. We have 6 months to a year to figure out what's happening. So people need to understand that we can't have it both ways. We need to regulate our children. We need to regulate ourselves, and that's basically what I'm talking about checking yourself,
being accountable
before you step out into the world.
That's right. Am I okay? Am I mentally healthy?
First? Because if I'm not looking at myself directly in the mirror, right? I'm not able to do that. And then I start going outside judging others before I go outside. And I create chaos and all these other things in other people's lives before I've even checked myself. That creates problems and ripples in the world that we don't need.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, we need to be able to look at the person that's in the mirror first and check yourself first, so we can then walk outside and make happiness outside.
Because I love your soul.
Our kids need that. Our community needs that.
We need more people like you on the planet.
I'm tired of it. For real. I'm tired of it. Are you serious? What I see, you see it just as well as I do. I'm a mom. I'm auntie, I'm all these things. I'm a cousin. I have to wear multiple hats in my life, right? I have to be a sister, a mother, a friend, a confidant, a therapist,
everything.
You feel me? I have to be all of these.
Shay, you ain't lying. Like they don't understand how hard it is out here. I'm like, yo, do you know? Like today I almost snapped. I was like, listen, all right. I was like, you know what? I was like, they don't know. Like, listen, I have a lot on my plate, and it's not even. It's I understand it's my calling, it's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I manifested this, so I have to see it through. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like understanding that God will always provide a way. He always strengthens me at times where I think I can't do it. Like a couple of months ago, I was like, I don't know, God, I'm giving up on this.
And you was like, this is dying, Lord. You was like,
and he started opening doors and putting people in my face that I was like, where the hell you come from? Like, hold on, like, you know,
you was like, Lord, where you didn't send this one, did you? Because this wasn't the one you sent. You was looking sideways, like, no.
I'm like, is this a distraction? I'm like, are you trying to distract me? Are you playing with me? Do you really want to see if I'm ready to leave? Like, yeah, no, it was like, listen, this is the journey, this is the path, this is what you wanted. And people always say, like, yeah, like I didn't I asked for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you can't get scared now. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't.
No, I mean, it's not like we're scared or anything.
No, I'm tired.
The path gets tiring, and we have to continually motivate ourselves every day to continue. And
people used to say, I used to say, I, sometimes used to get upset about building myself up to be this person that I no longer wanted to be. Like, and that's just being the boss. Because, before everybody's just boss lady, but don't fucking call me that. I'd be like so mad because the boss always gets blamed first. You know what I'm saying? It's the people don't understand what it means to be the boss. I don't ever want to be the boss. I would like to create bosses. I would like to make everybody a boss in the room that's at the table with me. That's my level of boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to do that with people. I don't want to order people around and tell them what to do. No, I want you to be the boss of your own entity, the boss of your own universe, what you want to do, and that for me is important. You know what I'm saying? Is creating that same type of energy is like, no, we got to be, we equal in everything that we do, and I try to make people understand that. That's how I've been successful. Is I've never been grimy or greasy or trying to outdo the last person. Or no, I want us to grow together. We water each other. We help each other grow. Like, that's what it's about at this point in this life for me, So I see that.
I look at it this way. You know how you have like a field, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a field that's barren.
Yeah.
And the farmer has to come plant the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to come water them every day at the same time.
Yep.
Now, if the farmer comes and he only shows favoritisms to only a couple of the plants,
right,
and doesn't water them all, what's going to happen to the rest of them?
Yeah.
We're all trying to get watered. We're all trying to grow. We all need to grow together so that we can be strong, healthy plants on the field, because
tell me, what would you be doing if it wasn't music right now?
Ooh, well, I did have my own business before this. I was a maid. I was a clean a house.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did have my own business. I cleaned out homes, and I sold cleaned out dumpsters. I was like that girl that would throw on like hazard suits.
Yeah.
And go into like.
You sound like my best friend, because that's what she's all about, the demolition and like moving people out and like cleaning their house. Like she can go into somebody's house. Yeah, and like she is like that person. And I'm like, girl, where do you get this energy? Where do you get this fire to do this? And I'm like everything you just said, like, yo, a couple of weeks ago she had me dumpster diving. Like, I did not get out.
That's what I do. That's what I was doing. Like, literally, that's what I was doing. Dumpster diving, going into abandoned houses, cleaning out abandoned buildings and houses, and then also doing like maid service as well, like cleaning out their house, like cleaning out the building.
My mom that's what she did. She was
she make really good money.
She was the head of housekeeping for the Holiday Inn for over 7 years, and then she went into healthcare and was the head of housekeeping for the hospital. So housekeeping, my great-grandmother, they were all housekeepers when they first came to Boston. So housekeeping is like something that's very important in my circle of people. So that's, I respect. Like I said, it's a business that I even try to get my mom to do on her own, you know, and it like I said, it's about being consistent, having great, you know, clients and actually putting yourself out there.
My clientele was very good to me.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a number of houses that you do every single week, you will have a successful business.
You'll have a successful business. We should bring that back. I even started a laundry service. Shay, I tried it, every type of business. My ex-husband, that's what he did. We would go in and clean industrial buildings. So that was his business. And like I said, this is like, I'm all about the money. I'm all about, you know, actually learning. I always wanted to be a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I call myself.
Everything. People are like, you know,
I call myself Jackie of all trades is what I call myself.
That's right.
Stop playing.
I can see it. I can see it. I'm like, yo, she is so much like me. It's weird because, like I said, the universe brings people in your path for a reason. So I'm glad that we got to really, you know, vibe out. And because, like I said, meeting someone through the internet is not always genuine. You know what I'm saying? And actually seeing someone face to face and feeling their aura and their energy, and that's what I tell people. I don't go off the internet. I go off face to face. Can I hug you? Is the hug
right? Can I get some real connection? I need to see you. I need to feel you. What's that?
That phone and all that? Nah, you can mask everything through that. You know what I'm saying?
Know, right? Like, energy doesn't lie, y'all. Energy doesn't lie.
Never. So tell me, what's one of the best advice that you've been given in the industry? We got about 3 more minutes left. I'm trying to get these questions in without sounding too rough.
In the industry is okay. This was from a heavy hitter too.
Ow.
And he said to me, Shay, don't you ever change. You be yourself. He said, you always be yourself, Shay. And he said, you keep doing what you're doing and you just always be yourself and don't ever change.
I love that. I love that. Now tell me, what's your favorite song to perform?
Favorite song to perform is Dreamland.
Dreamland. Okay.
Yes. And have you heard Dreamland yet? Have you seen it?
No. I might have seen the performance.
Dreamland's an experience.
Right. It's more theatrical. Is that might be one?
It's more like it's one of the ones that I'm really gonna have to work the video on that one because it's really an experience. Dreamland is an experience, and if it's not, it's Dreamland Ibiza on YouTube. If you get this, it's Sando did like a little like video, like a presentation video of it, but the actual video that I want to do for it is not out yet, or the song is not even out yet on any.
What?
But the Dreamland Ibiza video is out on YouTube.
All right, so I gotta go check that out. We go check that out.
Yeah.
So tell me, do you have any upcoming shows? Anything going on that you want us to know about?
Oh, I definitely do. Shout out to everybody because I love everybody. So shout out to everybody.
That's right, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. And then I do have a show this weekend with Spaced Out Cakes out in Providence over at Passions Lounge. I will be over there for their pop-up show. It's like a 420 little event from 2 to 6. I'll be over there performing. So, you know, maybe I'll do Dreamland if he can pop out from 2 to 6.
Wait, what day is it?
It's Saturday. It's the 27th. Is that a Thursday?
Saturday. Saturday?
The 27th. Yeah, it's this Saturday.
Okay, because I'm going to 50 on Friday.
Okay, so I think it's this Saturday from 2 to 6. So if you can pop out,
okay.
Yep, if you can pop out, we're gonna be at Passions.
Rhode Island, right? You said Passions? Yep. Okay, all right. 2 to 6.
I'll send you the flyer. I'll send it in your inbox.
Okay, yeah, send me the flyer. Yeah, I want you to keep me in the loop. You know, I definitely want to, you know, see nothing but great success for you. Anything I can do,
definitely,
I'm here. You know that. And we're gonna build. Like I have some upcoming things that I want to include you in on, and you know, just see, you know, where we can help, you know, each other grow and prosper. Because, like I say to people, it's all about the business moves that you make in this life. and the people that you surround yourself. So now you're in my circle. You're in my loop. You know what I'm saying? You my baby. Like I tell people, like that's how I, treat the artists that come through this, channel, is that you're my baby now. Like your success is my success. I'm gonna help to push you to the highest level possible. And Shay, it's so crazy because it came full circle for me about a week ago when I went and started looking at my old videos from where I started and how I was doing Facebook Lives, and it was like the half and half screens. And I had artists who I interviewed then that I was discovering that are now so successful today. And that for me was like the gratification. That for me, like, again, I'm about to cry because again, I had
so nice. That's so good.
That look, they didn't even get to this. They weren't even here for they helped make this possible. You know what I'm saying? But to actually now be able to go back to that first season and say, hey, I want you to come and do Real Talk with TML on this platform. And now we have all these different, streaming platforms and, radio platforms and, things like that. It's like a blessing for me to be able to give back to those artists and just have them, be a part of this. And like I said, it's a continuous family for me. You know what I'm saying? I look at all the faces, and I was looking at my reunion show and I was like, look at all the artists that you've interviewed. And you really picked great artists. And I believe in these artists. You know what I'm saying? Like something about that artist told me, I want to interview them. I want them to be in this circle. I want to show the world how beautiful they are. And I'm just glad that I got the opportunity for you tonight, because
I appreciate you so much for that.
And I think that it's important that we share you with the world. You know what I'm saying? Is that we get you out there. So
thank you so much for that. That was so sweet. And thank you so much for having me on the show. And I was really excited about it too. I was like, yeah.
And I loved it because I was like, I felt it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I got to work with her. I got to get her through this platform and show her that I'm here for her, and that I want to, continue this journey with you as a sister, as a, a person who can help, and not just is genuinely going to support you. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's important. People don't understand. Like, they're like, oh, why don't you support me? Or why don't you push my music? Because if it's not genuine, if I don't feel it, if it's not something that I can really believe you're going to give 100% to, how am I going to give 100%? I've given 110% to people that never even gave 50. So I'm at this point in life where if it's not 100, like I'm giving, I don't want it.
Right. She's like, I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, anybody could be famous. I can make anybody famous. You know what I'm saying?
She's like, I don't want it. If they ain't giving that, even as much as
they got the right budget or the right investor, we can make anybody famous. You know what I'm saying? But are you going to be passionate? Are you going to be consistent? Are you going to develop and be creative? Are you going to create a classic suite of music? Suite of music? No. So I don't want to work with those people. People just like say, "Oh, you're so bougie and you're so picky," and I'm like, look what it brought me to. You know what I'm saying? Is being very choicey about who I interview and who I support and who I support, promote and work with. That's
okay. You're entitled to that. That's your
integrity.
Platform.
That's my brand.
That's your integrity. That's your brand. You choose who you want on your platform.
Yep. And it's like, because
push.
I only want to be around the greats.
Well, I appreciate you for having me on this show and considering me great. I love it that I love that, like, every time I've met you, it's been great energy. Like, and that's the same thing when I went to NY, and I went to like a couple showcases out there, and it was the energy the same way. They were like, all the like promoters and the producers and stuff, they were like, you were the only one in this room that gave every single artist support, energy, love, all of it, Shay. Out of everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody else was just walking outside, didn't care, was just whatever. But you,
like, I'm your hype woman, I'm your everything. Like, people be like, yo, T, you be heard you louder than everybody else in the room. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to create that person as a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important, is to give that energy and have that charisma, because yo, like you said, like, we were the only two that were like,
right?
But everybody else like, okay, all right, it's a vibe.
Like, finally, they were starting to vibe because we.
Like, nah, we ain't gonna just sit here like this is a museum exhibit. Like,
I know, right?
We just came to stand here and watch you perform. Like, no, move around.
Let's see here. Where's my monocles?
I love your energy. I just loved it. I knew we was gonna vibe out today. I knew we was gonna vibe out today. I'm like, I told you, my other interview ran a little bit late, and I was like, but I had already pre-warned you, because I was like 9:45, 8:45. I'm like, okay, but I got it a little late, and she held it down, and we vibed out, and I'm just so grateful. Like I said, it's a blessing, and I can't wait to see what we do in the future.
I know there's so much more to come, and thank you so much for having me on TML with Miss TML in the
now I gotta go eat and get my life together for the rest.
All right,
of the
night. I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and we will check in soon. I'm gonna send you the.
And I'm also gonna send you all the links for the shows and all that, so you can push it when it comes out on Roku, Fire TV. Yeah, I also need you to do drops. For the video and all that, and I also need. I think you sent me a video, so we'll get that out there to my people in the Midwest. Have them put it on the channel, and just see what we can do. You know, going forward. I don't know. You sent me your bio.
I did send you the bio.
I think the video was attached, but I think he'll probably ask me to have you send it.
Okay, if not, then I'll do one.
Your vibe is a vibe that I know they would feel. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I want to get you to this DJ pool, and just get you rotating out here, because, like I said, it's about that. It's about being active, and
you're excited. Okay, thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. I'm gonna send you that stuff in the inbox, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, TML, Miss TML, and thank you for having me, all my people and everybody. We will see you soon. Keep checking in with us, and love y'all.
Love you, Shay. Have a good night.
Love you too. Good night.
At the Commons, I saw you with your girl, smoking hot, a Coach belt on your waist. I was laying on a hill with my shades turned down. We caught eyes for a minute, and that was that. So I puffed on as you walked on, looking at the smoke. Goddamn, that smoke clouds get so high, so nice. I gotta take you from your girl, that's my vision. If a love is real, she got to handle competition. You only knew it during the pandemic. 2 years.